everybody, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile, with the review of the possibly the best, or worst, or both books that I have read this year. But first, I got your back! And if we were in the proper setting, it glows in the dark. So what book am I going to tell y'all about today? The 50 Shames of Earl Grey by Fanny Merkin. I'll have to see if I have enough space on my phone to do an edit and put the cover in here. Because, oh my goodness, I would not put this on my shelves or pay the $10 for the ebook. I got it from the library. But, oh my, as the name implies, this is a parody of 50 Shades of Grey with some Twilight references. And knocking on the American education system and the British dental system and just all kinds of stuff. Like, it was intentionally horrible, but in the best freaking ways. Like, I put this on my Goodreads because, yeah, I'm not that ashamed. And apparently I have 65 highlights of, I don't know whether to be embarrassed, annoyed, or just laugh at this, because, like, what the heck did I just read? And it starts off with our main character that, like, she sounds like she's, like, 13 years old, totally innocent, totally kind of bratty. But apparently she's, not, because she's complaining about her, drunk bee roommate. Because, yeah, even in her head, she's, like, so innocent, she cannot cuss. They're bees and mother F's. And, oh my god, sexy, sparkly vampire! Yeah, I told you there was Twilight in there. So, but it turns out it's like, she kind of feels like, alright, I'm the annoyed, child that has to go cover for my drunk parents so that they don't lose their job and we lose our house. And in doing that means that she has to pedal her bike down the expressway for 3.5 hours to go interview this crazy rich, dude named Earl Grey. Because her roommate is trash and needs NyQuil and Red Bull shots to get over it. Yeah, I said what I said. And so, like, a couple pages in, she's like, the guy makes a comment about the bedroom, and she's all innocent of, well, people sleep and watch TV in the bedroom. What else could he be talking about? And then, like, the next page is, I'm not sure if I'm in love with him because of his long fingers, because he's hot, his long fingers, or something else. So yeah, she goes from, I don't even know what it is, and needing help using the elevator because apparently in Portland everything is made of grass and dirt, to, I've got some really freaking dirty ideas. And it's like, it's spicy, but not. Because it is just so over the freaking top. You're just like, ah. Yeah, this isn't hot. This is just really freaking funny. I don't want to give too much away, but there is one scene where, she's moaning, except for she's not. She's literally just saying the word moan. She's like, moan, moan, she moan, moan. Yeah, that's literally like what their sexy scenes are, is, what the freak? So, like, I need somebody to read this because I have thoughts, but I don't really know how I feel about this book. Because it just, wow. But there's not a lot I can say without giving away how freaking, like, just, oh my gosh, this was. But there are some really good scenes, and I cannot make this up. I just, like, I had, like, 4 books on my Kindle. I couldn't decide what I was in the mood for, and none of it was really hitting. So I'm like, what the heck, I'll freaking try this one. But I hadn't been feeling good the day before, so I went with, instead of making my lunch, I'm like, alright, I'll grab some corn dogs, and just throw those in my, lunchbox. I can reheat them. And there's a scene where he's, trying to teach her how to, do something. But they use a samurai sword, because apparently doing that is just like swallowing a sword. So he teaches her with the samurai sword. But yeah, I get to that scene when I finally get my, like, 1 o'clock lunch of corn dogs. And I was, like, texting him, hey, I'm finally on lunch. And he responded with his usual, yum. Like, that is not the appropriate response when I'm reading about, that turned into sword swallowing. Yeah. So that's how that day of reading went. And it just, there are some, like, almost spicy scenes where they kind of almost do something. But there's so much other stuff going on, and the way that they're both going about it, because he has 50 shames. And some of it is to do with, that. And, yeah. So, I'm gonna need y'all to read this, because other folks need to know what the heck. And then we need to discuss, because I don't know if it's amazing, or terrible, or what. It was definitely intentional. Like, it wasn't bad like some of the other books were like, this is, how did this get through writing? This is scripted. Like, no, this is on purpose. Like, it is completely freaking over the top. And if y'all want, I will make some of my, like, highlights public and, like, sprinkle them throughout, because, oh my god, they were good. There are times I'm like, I kind of want to just highlight a couple pages. Like, the scene of them eating breakfast, and it just keeps, like, one-upping and ridiculousness and, like, what they're doing. And toothbrushes and, yeah. So, don't let your grandma know that you're reading this. But not for the reasons that you would think. And there are sparkly vampires. At least in reference. So, yep. And apparently they're real. I'm not buying it, but according to the book, sparkly vampires are totally real. And books, oh my god. I mean, I get it, they are really freaking expensive, but yeah. There's a couple mentions of books. I'm like, you're making me feel old, except for this was written in 2012. About somebody that seems like they're like 13, but then they're really not. We find out halfway through that they're actually an adult, thankfully. And how much of an adult they are is, again, that's one of those, you were just going over the top ridiculousness with this. So yeah, it was a good time. It probably should not have been, or maybe it should have been even more of a good time. I don't know. And there's a sequel that takes place in space, I guess, from the name. I'm not ready to read that one yet, and I'm not sure if my library has it. But yeah. So do with that what you will. Has anyone else read this one? Like, what are your thoughts? Because I have not decided my feelings on this yet. But hopefully y'all enjoy it, and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy reading.